And WUSA 9 News at 5 begins with breaking news. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday evening. I'm Leslie Foster.
And I'm Simone D'Alba. We begin at the Capitol, where the wait continues for the House to pick its next speaker. Jim Jordan and HAKEEM Jeffries both fell short of the afternoon votes. 217 votes is what they would have needed to win.
Jordan needs to convince 17 other Republicans to change their votes if he wants to become the speaker. Former Speaker Kevin McCarthy said after the vote he is confident that will happen.
Jordan has just as many votes as I had on the first round. I think the difference here, too, is we have rules so we can sit down, talk to the other members, and be able to move forward.
And now the action moves from the House floor to the members' offices as the horse trading begins.
Our Adam Longo joining us live from Capitol Hill with the very latest, where he's had a front seat to everything unfolding. Hi, Adam.
Leslie, Simone, good evening. That active discussion is happening right now for close to 2 hours. Jim Jordan has been huddled inside the office of House Majority Whip Tom Emmer. I just walked away from that office about 5 minutes ago. There's a large scrum of reporters outside waiting for any word. We are hearing from a spokesperson for Jim Jordan that they do expect to call a second round of voting for members tonight. We're also hearing that that could be happening in the 6 o'clock hour, but it's still very much a fluid situation. Now, one interesting thing that we are hearing from both Republicans and Democrats is that the possibility exists that Jim Jordan could actually lose votes in a second round of voting for House Speaker, and that would certainly be devastating for his chances to pick up the gavel. Now, listen, after the first round of voting and after the House went into recess about 2 o'clock this afternoon, I was right out here at the east steps of the House of Representatives as members were coming out. I was able to talk to one of our local members, Jerry Connolly, Congressman, Democrat from Northern Virginia, about why the Democrats are so strongly and adamantly against Jim Jordan's speakership. And he cited things like being a founding member of the House Freedom Caucus, being so allied with former President Trump, and also being an active participant in trying to overturn the 2020 election. I also had a chance to talk with a Republican member of the House Freedom Caucus, Chip Roy of Texas. He said that he believes that Jim Jordan is the Republican member that can galvanize and bring the conference together. Let's hear from both of them now, and we'll talk more on the backside.
I think that there is a hardcore opposition to the prospect of Jim Jordan, not only on our side of the aisle, but within the Republican caucus itself. Whether that will hold, whether it's stable, remains to be seen.
Jim's done a lot of work uniting the conference, and we're a pretty united conference on most of the issues and what we want to see get done. So we just got to work through this process. Why do you oppose Jim Jordan? Like, give me your reasons for why you're voting no, right? I mean, is it just because you're angry? I mean, that's not a message. I mean, so, go to the American people and explain your vote, explain who you're for. I look forward to all of my colleagues doing that, and we'll see that unfold over time.
All right, so Jim Jordan could only afford, going into that first round vote, to lose 4 Republican members, and he lost 20. So this discussion that's ongoing right now is crucial for him to try to pick off some of those no votes. We are also hearing that there is the infancy of discussion happening about possibly some sort of agreement between Republicans and Democrats, where Democrats could come forward and actually support a plan that would increase the powers of the Speaker pro tem. So right now, basically, we have a placeholder speaker. That's Patrick McHenry, a Republican of North Carolina. Basically, his only job right now, his only power, is to be able to bring the House together to have this vote for Speaker. So this discussion ongoing about possibly expanding his powers. That'll be something that we're closely looking at as we move forward towards this vote, if that happens later tonight. One more thing I want to tell you about is coming up at 5:30. Just 10 minutes ago, I was able to speak with a number of members of our local Maryland congressional delegation, both the House and the Senate side. At 5:30, we're going to have their feelings on this entire debacle within the House, and especially talking to Senator Ben Cardin, how concerned he is that right now the Senate and the House can't talk to each other because there's no one in charge of the House. Back to you guys.
All this unpredictability is impacting more than just Congress.
Sure.
It's impacting everybody in this country and beyond who is depending on America for support.